Hey fam, good morning. How's it going? Welcome to your day. So Kelly, we have the mic set up so we can talk to our peeps on the live stream while Ed Sheeran still plays on the app.
Oh,
It's magic.
technology.
I just gotta make sure I push the play button or else we have dead air, which is a terrible thing to have. Here we go.
Tommy McFly and Kelly Collis are returning to the airwaves.
I'm so excited for you. I'm looking at the app right now.
Welcome back, Tommy and Kelly!
The Tommy Show took pride in being an active member of the local community.
Thrilled for you.
And for making DC a happier place.
Congratulations, Tommy and Kelly, on the launch of your new Tommy Show 2.0.
Get on it, people. Share that app.
And folks, it's the news we've all been waiting for. The Tommy Show, it's coming back.
Live from DC, it's The Tommy Show. Broadcasting around the Beltway and beyond. Real fun DC. Starring Kelly Collis and Tommy McFly. Another hour of The Tommy Show starts now.
This one over here, Kelly Collis is staring at me all judgy pants because I was cuddling my coffee mug this morning.
It was a little bizarre.
Well, you know what? The coffee and the cold brew, with mint that's in my Yeti cup.
You're such a hipster.
Not a sponsor, but it could be.
Not only your Yeti cup, it's also monogrammed.
It is. It was a wedding gift. My husband got one too. Shout out Leslie. Thank you for the great wedding gift. This is the thing that hasn't let me down at all today. So this right now is my most favorite thing. And I have a big hipster ice cube in it, you can hear.
It's only 7 a.m. though.
I know. Well, at some point this will also let me down, and that's fine because that's a human experience. But you know what? Right now, this coffee cup and I, we're having a moment. Okay. I'm sorry that you had to interrupt it with the show starting. But you just leave us be.
Okay, go get a room.
How are you, Kelly?
I'm doing great.
I'm gonna drink you all up.
Oh my goodness. I'm doing great. Yesterday I got to go into the Nats clubhouse. We're going to get into a little bit of the scoop that I discovered with a bunch of the players.
Okay.
Yes, it's always a fun thing to do. But first, let's talk about what we were finish a conversation we were having yesterday.
Yes, I was talking about how Kelly was on vacation and we broadcast from her home, and so I was very nervous about leaving the house every day, right? Because you can see on your Nest Cam or any of your security system is ridiculous here, and so any of the things that before I would leave, I would do a sweep of the studio, make sure all the extra lights were off, and that would make sure that all the things were unplugged, and I make sure that all the other things were unplugged, and that nobody lit any candles. Not that Little Fox and I lit any candles or anything while we were here, but I was just like, maybe someone snuck in and lit a candle. I don't know. I got to make sure that nothing's on fire while I leave.
I'm glad that you were very responsible.
I was, and so I considered actually at one point just flipping off the main circuit to the house and being like, this way, nothing bad can happen.
Oh, so when we come back after a week of vacation, we would have no air conditioning.
Right. Well, you're not the only one who thought that through.
Hey, good morning and welcome back, Kelly. Missed you last week. I had a comment on Tommy's little joking pull the main power from the house comment. Actually, about 25 years ago when we took a family trip to Canada, we always go through, we turn off, unplug everything, make sure everything's turned off. Well, we typically leave about 3:30 in the morning for that trip, and my father just decided, why unplug everything? Let's just turn off the power to the whole house. So he flipped the switch. We got home a week later and didn't think about the fridge. You want to talk about a disgusting disaster in the middle of July. Anyway, welcome back, Kelly. Hope you had a great trip.
Oh.
That actually happened to me. Not that we turned off everything, but during the derecho, I went on vacation and we lost power.
That's right.
And the freezer. And I kind of had it in the back of my head and I kind of cleaned out the fridge with the milk and the yogurts and all that kind of stuff. But I forgot about the freezer and all of the raw meat. And it was disgusting.
See, senior intern Little Fox, I'm glad I didn't let you turn the house power off. Because Kelly, pretty adamant about doing it.
Oh, yeah, it was all my idea.
She's the smart one, let's be honest. Okay, so since we're talking about summertime, it's a great time to talk about a fall tradition.
Yes, totally.
Pumpkin spice lattes are coming to Starbucks earlier than ever. If you're into this type of thing, put it on your calendar. August 27th. It's just a couple weeks away. It's happening.
I'm not doing this to be contrarian. I don't get the pumpkin spice thing.
I'm with you. I like pumpkins on Halloween on my doorstep. That's about as far as I go with pumpkins.
Or a pumpkin pie that's made of actual pumpkin.
Yeah, even then I'm like, I could take it or leave it.
Because often, I'm making a sweeping generalization here, but the folks who go and get pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks or Dunkin' are the same people who are very conscious of like, I don't have anything with BPA, or I make sure that everything's all organic, and I only do small batch this, and I do
You
farm
are
to table that.
stereotyping, Tommy.
I know, but then they're like, oh, yeah, this is absolutely organic pumpkin and spice with which I'm putting in my body.
Well, I did look up to see if pumpkin was a fruit, because pumpkin spice latte is kind of like a sweet thing.
Because it's packed full of sugar.
Well, otherwise, pumpkin would just be like kind of, I don't know if you've ever tasted raw pumpkin.
Yeah, bland and natural, and it also helps if you're, working
through something.
On loose ground.
Yes.
In the digestive area.
But pumpkin is a fruit because it grows on a vine and it has seeds. And it's actually part of the squash family, which is also a fruit.
Are zucchinis fruit?
Yeah, if
squash and zucchinis?
I guess, yes, because they grow on a vine and they have seeds.
Huh.
Yeah, so look what pumpkin spice taught us today.
Look at that. And if you add 7 pounds of sugar and some chemicals and coloring, it will taste like pumpkin spice lattes.
Yes. But also coming this fall is our teacher tour.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we've been promoting this for the last week or so because it's just an annual tradition.
Yep.
We're so excited to go visit teachers as they're getting their classrooms set up for the school year. And this year we're focusing on Northern Virginia. Doesn't mean we don't love the other schools, but we're focusing on Northern Virginia. And we've got Georgetown Cupcakes and, of course, an awesome new partner this year, Virginia Lottery.
This is going to be great. So we're bringing the Georgetown Cupcakes that we always bring, and we are bringing Virginia Lottery scratchers for the whole staff, too.
Mm-hmm.
And we're bringing some great Virginia Lottery swag. You know, they sent boxes and boxes and boxes of these really awesome, like, black leather notebooks to give to the teachers, too.
Perfect. It's
total, like, pro-style notebook. It's going to be just great. And we have other surprises coming, too. It's just going to be a great way to celebrate staffs of schools as they're getting back to school, and a sweet treat from Georgetown Cupcake and the Virginia Lottery. Now, you have to enter your favorite school by Sunday at noon at TommyShow.com/teachers. You don't have to be a teacher to enter. You can just love a school in your area or love a Virginia school.
Get brownie points if you're a parent.
I gotta be honest. If I was a parent of a kid going to a Virginia school and I entered and they won the teacher tour because of me,
you win.
I would absolutely be like,
yeah.
We would go to parent-teacher conferences and they'd be like, Johnny's chatty. I'd be like, that's weird. Have a cupcake.
Way to go.
I'm just saying, like, as somebody who lives in the greater Washington area, I feel as though we are able to, use things to our advantage. And I feel like if you're a parent who wins your school cupcakes, I think you're good.
And you're a very good brown noser, so I know you
Absolutely.
can appreciate that.
I'd be like, hey, how about a hall pass for little Tommy McFly there, for Tommy Jr.?
I don't think it works that way.
Can we get a laminated, like, jail-free card for him or anything? Now that we have, though, Kelly, because we've been doing the teacher tour for like 10 years. It is funny when a parent does win for the school. You bet your tail that parent is there when we're there.
Yes, or sometimes you get the humble parents that are just like, it's about the teachers.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that they all would use it for their own good like I would. I'm just saying that, like, if a parent wins, you bet your butt that they are taking the day off of work or taking a long lunch or whatever to be there for it because they want to see it happen.
Truth.
Some parents are just a little more velvet hammery than me, but they want to be there to be like, oh hey, it's about the teachers. Hi guys.
I hope I'm alive and well to see you as a parent, Tommy. I sit back and watch.
TommyShow.com/teachers.
Okay, Friends. I'm talking about not just like Friends. I'm talking about the TV show.
Yes, of course.
It's celebrating a 25-year anniversary. Now we've seen all sorts of things happening. Pottery Barn came out with a furniture line to celebrate it. There's all sorts of commemorative stuff happening, pop-up stores. Now this is getting to a whole new level. Apparently a bunch of theaters all across the United States are going to be airing several of the Friends episodes, if not all of them, because they have remastered however the film was made to be projected onto movie screens. And so if you're really into Friends, you're going to want to see it on a movie screen. Now, here's my issue. My daughter, who's 13, binge-watched Friends. That was one of her projects this summer. I know, I'm such a good parent.
Hey, like summer reading.
Yes.
Yeah.
She binge-watched it on her phone, and
Right.
she was perfectly happy doing that. So I don't get this whole, like, I got to go see it in a movie theater. Friends 25 years ago, it's still a thing.
I think it's cool to have, like, the communal experience of it, though. If you're a huge Friends fan, I would go and watch a couple episodes back-to-back in a theater with a bunch of people. Totally. Especially one of those, like, comfy theaters or the rollback chairs.
What about just putting it's on demand on Netflix? You can just invite a bunch of people over and do it.
Yes.
Okay. I don't get it. Is all I'm saying. And maybe I'm just not like a movie snob, or maybe I'm just kind of like Friends. It's a good show, but I think we just all need to calm down.
We're also about 2 seconds away from some cheesy radio station being like, come to the local theater and watch all the Friends you could watch for your chance to win an autograph from Jennifer Aniston.
That's not happening here.
Then you and your friends get to go see Miley Cyrus in the back row.
One day, I will beat the radio out of you.
I'm not saying we should do that. I'm saying that's what people in radio are probably thinking to do. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can get the local TV station to come cover us doing that. Bring it up in the promotions meeting.
Oh, those were the days.
I'm not wrong.
I'm not going to give it to you.
All right, Little Fox, you're the internet czar. So once you see a local radio station in some locality doing this, I'd like you to bring it back to the cave just to prove that point, please.
I'll try.
I appreciate it. She also was spending the morning trying to find audio of one of the greatest Pokemon, which would, of course, be Charizard. So I appreciate you making that happen for us. Yeah, Charizard.
I don't know. What are you talking about? You're not even speaking my language.
Happens when you make things come off the internet. So Charizard, Pokemon. Are you familiar there? Pokemon, Pikachu.
Yeah. So Charizard.
Gotta catch them all.
Is a character?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy. So Charizard is one of the Pokemon that you try to catch, and there are cards, trading cards, on top of all kinds of games and other things related to Pokemon. And probably mid to late 90s, the cards came out and became a whole thing, and there was trading them, sort of like baseball, but anime.
Yeah.
And some cards are
Don't
more.
talk down to me.
No, I'm explaining it to you. So some cards are more valuable than others, and so this Charizard card sold for $107,000.
Wow.
It was one of those mint condition, just out of the pack, blah blah blah, the whole deal. And that is ridiculous that a card sold for $107,000.
And that someone bought that.
Somebody bought that. Back in the early 2000s, because I was dabbling in Pokemon commodities, I actually found a Charizard card and I sold it for $70, and I was like, I'm rolling in it. This is great. Probably should have hung on to it for 20 years.
Someone's kicking themselves.
Only a little bit.
It's not just the Charizard card that sold it. It's the original. It's like a set of the original cards
that sold for $107,000.
Yes.
But the Charizard card was the reason, not to get too nerdy, but that was the reason that it
well, yes,
that it got
is the most coveted. It was a first edition. Is the most became the most coveted Pokemon card. I don't remember why that one specifically, because you'd think with all the hype and everything, it would be Pikachu.
No, Pikachu's a dime a dozen. They flooded the market with Pikachu. There was no demand for Pikachu.
So I've got Juan Soto's rookie card, which hopefully will be worth a lot of money one day. Is that an equivalent?
Basically,
a baseball reference.
If he for the next 20 years goes on to be a boss and continues on his trajectory, and you get him to sign it, maybe when you go in the clubhouse or next time you go
stalk him.
Yeah, you should get a little Juan Soto, John Hancock on that thing.
You're not allowed to do that in the clubhouse.
Okay, well then don't do that in the clubhouse. And then when you go 7 hours beforehand, when you go as a fan, 7 hours beforehand, and you're hanging out at batting practice, you should get Juan Soto to give a little Johnny Hancock to that, because it could be it could be like Charizard quality card at some day.
Pay for my retirement.
But you have to keep the card in good condition.
Oh,
you can't
it
just,
is.
You can't just let it fade or the signature kind of wipe off or anything.
Yeah,
it's in lock and key right now.
You need to put it next to the wedding, the wedding license, or you need to put it
that's not in lock and key.
In the lockbox, in the firebox. By the kids' should be the kids' social security cards and the Juan Soto card should all be together in the firebox.
Got it.
And I'm bringing this up because on Friday in downtown DC at the convention center, it is the Global Championships of Pokemon.
Oh.
So there'll be people playing the card games, people playing the video games. I'm sure some Pokemon fans dressing up in cosplay.
Yes, that's good to know, especially if you're out and about down by the convention center. It's always a good heads up to know.
Absolutely.
Why everyone's walking around in costume.
And so here's what I think should happen. If you have relatives coming into DC this weekend, because it's prime relative time, right? And if you're doing the Smithsonian thing and if you see somebody dressed up as a Pokemon, I want you to go up to them and be like, "Great to see you, Ambassador." Straight face, and don't answer any questions to your family.
I don't think anyone's going to find that funny.
I think it'd be hilarious. But what? That's the Pikachu. That's a Pokemon ambassador. Straight face, and then tell them that the Washington Monument is 2 different colors because of the flood of 1971.
Tommy,
I've told people. Oh, I've told people that too. And I have a friend from home who I think listens. So I'm not going to out his name, but he lives in Virginia now, from DC or from Mountaintop, Pennsylvania, where I'm from. And he was in town with his girlfriend, and I told them that was the watermark of the flood of '71.
Which is not true.
It's not true, because if it's about a third of the way up the Washington Monument, the marble color changes because, we'll Google it. They ran out of marble. Things got weird in America for a little bit. They had to finish it later.
Yes.
And so when they came back to finish it, the marble was a different color.
Yes.
But it was a good minute and a half when he was like, oh. And if that were the case, I mean, we're talking like dinosaur wipeout level flooding. It would have been probably 100-foot flood.
Yes. Okay, moving on.
So that did not happen, just so you know.
Thanks, Tommy.
Anytime.
Princess Diana musical is coming to Broadway.
This is happening.
I saw this headline, and I'm very uncomfortable with the whole thing. I, for one, love Princess Diana. I grew up. I remember watching her wedding. I was super into her. I dressed up like her for Halloween one year. I still have like one of the sweaters that she was a knockoff of one of the sweaters that she wore. But this is a thing. It's set for come in 2020. And it will focus on Diana's marriage, of course, to Prince Charles, and then their divorce. I just don't. The whole musical thing makes me feel a little uncomfortable, and I don't know if it's because it's too soon, or like, are we supposed to be laughing about this? Is this a serious thing? Like, Hamilton, cool. Like, enough time has passed, we can kind of laugh about all the things that happen.
Okay.
I'm not sure I'm not in a place to laugh about Princess Diana.
I like Lin-Manuel Miranda to write it. How did a Spencer from the part of England become? It'd be great.
Yeah.
No?
No.
You don't think you're ready for it?
No.
What if it's not a laugh situation? What if it's like a drama?
Like a Les Mis or like a Dear Evan Hansen type situation?
Thank you, Lil Fox.
Yeah, but see, Les Mis, okay, a lot of time has passed. Dear Evan Hansen, fiction, although very serious.
Yes.
It's just too soon for me. I mean, if we're all like fun and laughing about friends coming into the movie theaters and it's been 25 years, I don't think it's been 20. It's been 20 years since she passed. I'm not ready.
I think it's been more than that.
I'm not ready.
No?
No, I think it's 20 years. I think it was 99.
Yeah, how do you feel about the Princess Diana musical?
97.
Or Charizard. Or the Great Flood of 71.
Only we could cover this.
Hit up the open mic button, or if you're listening live in the morning, hit the call us button. We love when you get involved. We love when you chime in. Thanks for being with us, fam, and thank you for getting up with us this morning. Also, Kelly goes in the Nats clubhouse next.